Magic the Gathering Lord of the Rings spoilers. This video includes rules, cards, etc. Prices will not be included because the cards have not been released to the public physically as of recording the video. Please note that new cards are being spoiled every day. If you wish to see more that we have missed, go to magicspoiler.com, which is the place we got the cards from. A few things. I'd like to apologize for my mic. My other mic is not working, so this one sounds a little bit off. But the second thing is that I'd highly recommend watching the Lord of the Rings movies. Not only are they amazing movies, but they help you understand more of the lore within MTG's newest set. Another thing is that Kian will not be joining us today. But for the legendary creatures we will be going over today, there are too many. I will show all of them that have been revealed as of June 5th, 2023. I'll go through all my slides. You can pause after each slide to read them yourself. The ring tempts you ruling. Many of the legendary creatures included have this rule, so we'll go over it now. The first time a card has the ring tempt you, you gain an emblem named the ring, and a corresponding helper card. It begins with only the topmost ability active, but permanently gains additional abilities moving down the emblem each time you're tempted by the ring. So if a card says you are tempted by the ring, you go to the first one, which is your ring bearer is legendary and can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. If the ring tempts you again, you gain that, and whenever your ring bearer attacks, draw a card, then discard a card. Within the new cards are Amassing Orcs, Second Spellcast, The Ring Tempts You, Food Tokens, Legendary Spells, Equipment, and Instant and Sorceries. Other sub-themes include Human, Tree Folk, Horse, and more. The cards that I just showed were all found at magicspoiler.com. The first theme we're getting into today is Amassing Orcs, which means if you don't already control an army creature, you create a 0/0 black army creature token. Then put a number of +1/+1 counters on one of your armies equal to the number of amass. If you do control an army, you don't create new tokens. Shagrat Lootbearer 2 black-red. It's a 4/4 legendary creature, Orc Soldier. One of your attacks, attach up to one target equipment to it. Then amass Orcs X, where X is the number of equipment attached to Shagrat. Then Grishnak Brash Instigator for 2 in a red. Legendary creature, Goblin Soldier, it's a 1/1. Whenever you enter the battlefield, amass Orcs 2. When you do, until end of turn, gain control of target non-legendary creature an opponent controls a power less than or equal to amassed army's power. Untap that creature, it gains haste until end of turn. So for example, if you amass Orcs 2, if you don't already control a 0/0 black army, then you will create a 2/2 black army creature token. But say that you already amassed 1 earlier in the game, then you have a 1/1 black army creature token, and you amass Orcs 2, then you will put 2 +1/+1 counters on that amassed Orc or black army creature token. For some new amass Orcs cards, we have Assault on Asgiliath, X, red, amass Orcs X, then Goblins and Orcs you control gain double strike and haste until end of turn. Surrounded by Orcs, 3 in a blue, amass Orcs 3, then target player mills X cards, where X is the amassed army's power. March from a Black Gate, 1 in a black, enchantment, whenever it enters the battlefield and whenever an army you control attacks, amass Orcs 1. I would like to say that most of the new cards coming out with Amass Orcs are black and red. For our second theme, we have Second Spellcast. Lotho, Corrupt Sheriff, for a white and a black. It's a 2/1 legendary creature halfling rogue with whenever a player casts their second spell each turn, you lose 1 life and create a treasure token. Saruman the White, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing any of these names wrong. 4 in a blue, 4/4 legendary creature avatar wizard. as Ward 2. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, amass Orcs 2. And Ward is basically just you have to pay an extra something to target it. Saruman of many colors. 3 white, blue, black. Ward, discard enchantment, instant, or sorcery card. And also I forgot to say, that's only for opponents. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, each opponent mills 2 cards. When one or more cards are milled this way, exile target enchantment, instant, or sorcery card with equal or lesser mana value than the spell from an opponent's graveyard. Than that spell from an opponent's graveyard. Copy the exiled card. You may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. More cards regarding second spell cast. Prince Imral the Fair. I'm very sorry. For white and a blue, it's a 2/2. Legendary creature, human noble. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Storm of Saruman. 4 blue enchantment with Ward 3. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy it. Except the copy isn't legendary, you may choose new targets for the copy. Knights of Dol Amroth. 3 and a blue. 3/3 creature human knight. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on him. For the third theme today, we have the Ring Tempts You, which I think is a very cool new mechanic. So the ring, everything's up here right now. If you like to pause it and read everything, the part on the left is the front, the part on the right is the back, and my favorite commander for the Ring Tempts You would have to be Sauron, the Dark Lord. Now, my favorite commander will be at the end of this video, but this is my second favorite commander of Lord of the Rings, Tales of the Middle East. 3 blue, black, red. It's a 7/6 legendary creature, Avatar Horror. Ward, sacrifice a legendary artifact or legendary creature. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, amass Orcs 1. Whenever an army you control deals combat damage to a player, the ring tempts you. Whenever the ring tempts you, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw 4 cards. There are many ways to build around this deck. I mean, you can bridge out in so many ways. That's why I love it. It's so unique. More cards regarding the Ring Tempts You mechanic. You have Frodo Baggins for green and white. 1/3 legendary creature, Halfling Scout. Whenever Frodo Baggins or another legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, the ring tempts you. As long as Frodo is your ring bearer, it must be blocked if able. Bilbo, Retired Burglar, costs 1 blue red. 1/3 legendary creature, Halfling Rogue. When Bilbo, Retired Burglar, enters or leaves the battlefield, the ring tempts you. When Bilbo deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. Call of the Ring, 1 and a black. At the beginning of your upkeep, the ring tempts you. Whenever you choose a creature as your ring bearer, you may pay 2 life. If you do, draw a card. The next theme of the set is Food Token. Revive the Shire, costs 1 and a green. Return target permanent card from the graveyard to your hand, create a food token. And Eleanor Gardner, 3 and a green, 2/4 legendary creature, Halfling Scout. When she enters the battlefield, create a food token. At the beginning of your end step, if you sacrifice the food this turn, you may search your library for a basic land card, put that onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. And a food token is a token artifact with pay 2 generic mana, tap it, sacrifice the artifact, and you gain 3 life. The second to last theme we're going over today is legendary spells. Grima Wormtongue. For 2 and a black, it's a 1/4 legendary creature, human advisor. Your opponents can't gain life. Tap it, sacrifice another creature. Target player loses 1 life. If the sacrificed creature is legendary, amass Orcs 2. I'm even going to try to pronounce that. Dwarf Emissary. 2 and a red, 3/3 legendary creature, Dwarf Advisor. Whenever you cast a historic spell, create a treasure token. This ability triggers only once each turn. So artifacts, legendaries, and sagas are historic. You can tap him, sacrifice a treasure to goad target creature, which means until your next turn, that creature attacks each combat if able, and attacks a player other than you if able. Ring Sight. 1 blue black. The ring tempts you. Search your library for a card that shows a color with the legendary creature you control. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. I'm sorry, that was the third to last. This now is the second to last theme. Equipment. Frodo, Determined Hero, for 1 and a white, 2/2. Whenever he enters the battlefield or attacks, you may attach target equipment you control with mana value 2 or 3 to Frodo. As long as it's your turn, prevent all damage that would be dealt to Frodo. Frodo is a legendary creature, Halfling Warrior. Glamdring, for 2 mana, is legendary artifact equipment. with equipment cost 3. Equip creature has first strike and gets +1/+0 for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to a player, you may cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand with mana value less than or equal to that damage without paying its mana cost. Bilbo's Ring for 3 generic mana. Legendary artifact equipment. It has equip halfling for 1 and equip 4. As long as it's your turn, equipped creatures have hexproof and can't be blocked. Whenever a creature attacks alone, you draw a card and lose 1. The very last theme is instant and sorcery. Fiery Inscription, 2 in a red, is enchantment. Whenever it enters the battlefield, the ring tempts you. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Fiery Inscription deals 2 damage to each opponent. I definitely think that this will be a staple for instant and sorcery decks. Moving ahead, Swarming of Moria, 2 in a red, creates treasure token and amass orcs 2. Pretty self-explanatory, but pretty good. Gandalf the Grey, 3 blue-red, 3/4. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, choose one that hasn't been chosen. You may tap or untap target permanent. Gandalf the Grey deals 3 damage to each opponent. Copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. And put Gandalf on top of its owner's library. For some honorable mentions, we have Shadowfax, Lord of Horses, 3 and a red and a white. It's a 4/4 legendary creature horse. Horses you control have haste, and whenever Shadowfax, Lord of Horses attacks, you may put a creature card with lesser power from your hand onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking. Quick Beam, Upstart Ent, 4 green, 5/6 legendary creature Treefolk. Whenever he or another Treefolk enters the battlefield under your control, up to 2 target creatures each get +2/+2 and gain trample until end of turn. Horn of Gondor, 3 generic mana, legendary artifact. Whenever it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. You can pay 3 and tap Horn of Gondor to create X 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens, where X is the number of humans you control. My favorite commander in the Magic the Gathering Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth set is Aragorn the Uniter, red, green, white, blue for a 5/5 legendary creature, human noble. Whenever you cast a white spell, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Whenever you cast a blue spell, scry 2. Whenever you cast a red spell, he deals 3 damage to target opponent. Whenever you cast a green spell, target creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn. Very unique commander. You can bridge out in so many different ways. You can have tons of themes in your deck, or you can just stick to one. I also like the last commander of the same color, which is Caneros and Tiro Militus. Red, green, white, blue, 2/8 legendary creature, human soldier. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card. Each player may put a land card from his or her hand onto the battlefield. Then each opponent who didn't draws a card. So both very unique commanders. I do like Aragorn the United better, but that is it for the video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you watched this far, please comment down your thoughts on the video. Yeah, have a great day.